global controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them. Crises precipitate change.
Secretly plotting your demise. I want to devise a...
Hello everyone, Dargo 2012 here with Global Government News. I just wanted to thank the Daily Conspiracy, their website, for voting me Truther of the Day. That was yesterday, March 8th, 2010, so thank you for that. And I recommend you guys go check out their site. They got a lot of good information on there. I'm covering an article here. It's titled U.S. quote cap and trade rebranded. I like that, rebranded pollution reduction. And this is from March 9th, 2010, and this is from Reuters. And you know, looking at this, when they say rebranded, what are they really saying? They're saying, oh, repackaged, right? Because the pile of shit and the box that they put in a box and stamped it cap and trade or scam and steal, they're going to repackage that pile of shit, and then they're going to try to market it and sell it to the American public as, quote, pollution reduction. You like that? So, because it's not going to have anything to do with helping the planet. It's not going to have anything to do with cleaning up the water supplies and all the industrial waste and toxic waste that the government itself, uranium, depleted uranium and all that. It's not going to help with that. It's not going to help with all the deer and game that is, has toxins and mercury in the fish, and it's not going to help with that, guys. It's not. So it's not going to help pollution. All it's going to do is make people who want to pollute pay for it, right? And who can do that? It's the big companies, the duopolies, the monopolies, the humongous corporations that feed off big government, big corporations, a whole lot of fascism or corporatism, whatever. So there's our man, and this is the individual who will be talking about, because like I said, please check out, if you can, a couple videos I made on Joe Lieberman. That was around Christmas time so it was around December 2009, and basically, just to sum it up, it was saying how I was basically trying to make the point of how Lieberman plays like he's an independent, and that's only because he is the New World Order's right-hand man. So we all know that the two-party system is a scam and a sham, just like this bill that they're trying to shove down our throats, like the healthcare bill. And so you'll always have him, Mr. Lieberman, who will like to be that middleman to get her done, right? I hate that phrase, get her done. He's the type guy that tries to get her done. He's the type guy that says, oh, I'm beyond politics. I'm for the American people. He plays that. He gets to wear that hat. The people's people. He doesn't play party politics. Well, no, he does. He plays off the false left-right, little two-party system, which they both have the same goals, which is big business, big corporations, big profits, and the consumer, the citizens, getting the shaft. So he doesn't represent you. He represents companies and corporations, and he doesn't represent the Green Party at all. So let's move into it. Like a savvy Madison Avenue advertising team. See, there you go. I was right. Repackaging, like a marketing, right? Like a savvy, I haven't read this before. Like a savvy Madison Avenue advertising team, senators pushing climate control legislation have decided to scrap the name and cap and trade, and rebrand their product as pollution reduction targets. That's ridiculous, dude, because I haven't even read this article before, and that's how I see this, right? A clunky, and see, but when they say it, oh, they're just joking, right? They're just joking. But when I say it, then it's conspiracy theory. No, I'm right. Sorry, that's all it is. A clunky and difficult term to define for laymen and some politicians, cap and trade has become dirty words on Capitol Hill in recent months. That's because nobody wants it, right? They can't get a majority. They passed the House, but it didn't pass the Senate. And if I'm incorrect on that, you guys just, I'm not all knowing, so just leave your comments and correct me, please. Republicans called the plan nothing more than cap and tax, and one influential senator took great pains last week to declare cap and trade, quote, dead. Senator Joseph Lieberman, an independent trying to draft a bipartisan bill, said we don't use that term anymore. So there you go, Mr. Bipartisan, right? Yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, I was born yesterday too. Instead, Lieberman said, laughing, ha 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 ha, we will have pollution reduction targets, ha ha, wink wink. But Lieberman did say it was still possible utilities may be subject to a cap and trade system. See, like that double think? But he did say that possible utilities may be subject to cap and trade system. Senator Thomas Carper, who chairs a clean air panel in the Senate, told Reuters on Tuesday that the cap and trade for utilities was the way to go. Under cap and trade, or whatever it's called, Washington would impose steadily declining limits on carbon pollution that companies could emit in hopes of battling global warming, right? The pollution permits or allows them, or says that they're allowed, they would be required to hold, I'm sorry, let me just say this again. The pollution permits they would be required to hold would be traded in a regulated financial market. So they're creating another market. This is the biggest point, guys, is that they're creating another Ponzi scheme, right? They've already stole almost $30 trillion from us. It's all money laundering. That's what they do. This is the system. They money launder, and they create these phony problems, whether they're wars on false pretenses or bogus theories such as global warming that are based on false pretenses, right? They say, oh, the debate's over. Well, when the F did the debate ever even begin? You got a bunch of scientists out there that are, respected in their field, maybe not by the establishment, but establishment scientists, but they're still respected nonetheless. And they're crying, saying, hey, how about you guys hear our damn view on this? We got a whole argument against this thing, and no, they just don't care. They just, hey, we're going to stop global warming. And so, they're gonna limit CO2. And it says let's see here, a bill passed by the House of Representatives last year would impose an economy-wide cap and trade program. That bill has been stuck in the Senate since last year. So yeah, I was correct on that. Since then, the other ideas have been discussed for controlling carbon emissions, including a carbon tax and cap and divided, and even cap and trade with training wheels. You like that? Because we're little children, right? We're stupid little children, us Americans, and we can't think. No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying that this is how they view us, as little freaking children. Cap and divided, and even cap and trade with training wheels. We're an independent board, right? Would set a narrow price range for carbon for 8 years to give markets experience in trading permits before going to a full-blown cap and trade. So, yeah, it has nothing to do with helping the planet. It has everything to do, just like the housing bubble that they created, so that they can write derivatives, which is paper based off fiat crap, based off a fractional reserve system that is basically taking something that's worth nothing, and because we all agree that it's worth something, even though it's not backed by anything, we say, oh, well, we're going to take those 10 units of fake, money, those 10 units, and we're going to loan out 1,000, and with those 1,000 each one, we're going to take that, and for each 1,000, each 1,000, we're going to take that, and we're going to allow another 1,000. You see how this is? So even if it was backed by something of substance, of intrinsic value, still, I mean, come on. The more you do that, the more liable and volatile it is. But they don't care because they'll just keep that bubble going and going and going, and then at the same time, like Goldman Sachs and all their little buddies, they'll be betting that that bubble will be popping while they'll be putting on their stupid propaganda machines like CNN and all these companies here. Oh, you need to buy. Go ahead, stupid sheeple. Go ahead, buy, invest. Yeah, okay. And then bam, they pull a rug out from underneath you. So, no, I'm not buying this bill. I don't want it, and I think a good, strong minority of Americans don't want it.